Alright guys, well, it's time to talk about BITball. It's finally here. I have one save file for Baltimore, but the premium isn't sticking. I know that's a problem a lot of us are having. Um, no need to fear, I've already talked to Matt, and he has a fix coming out. So in the next day or two, we should not have that issue anymore. With premium not sticking, getting stuck in the playoffs, draft. But let's go to my second team. So, number one thing is I am so glad that the game is finally here. We have needed a retro bowl style baseball game, and it's finally here. Yes, there are a lot of bugs on the rollout. This is the developer's first game ever rolling out, so I'm sure the next one, hopefully also a baseball game, will be a lot easier on the launch date. But I'm sure give Matt a week or two and everything is going to be up and going. So the number one thing I have to say after playing a few games is it's not 100% realistic baseball. It is more of a arcade style. You will hit a lot of home runs, that's the big thing, but you can score runs in other ways. There's a little things that you'll catch here and there, and you'll just kind of learn that that's BITball. It's just like baseball, but just a few short differences. So let's get this game going. So I am at home against the Yankees. So we're going to do the Megadome. We'll do Yankees in their gray away jerseys, and away we go. So the first thing that I have to say, just like Retro Bowl, you don't play defense. But what you have to pay attention to is your pitcher's stamina bar. As that goes down, the likelihood of having a bad inning goes up.
Out.
All right, leadoff hitter.
Strike. Strike. Foul ball. Strike.
All right.
Strike.
Come on top of the order.
Strike.
All I got is about a good 4-5 hitters, and then the bottom of the lineup is just
Out.
armpits. So, all right, here's my one bopper.
Foul ball.
All right, straighten that out.
Out.
It happens. 1, 2, 3, top of the first.
Out.
Same for the Bronx. All right, let's see. All right. And also, you'll see not every hit to the outfield equals 2 bases. Sometimes you'll hit a really long single, but that's BITball.
Strike. 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 Foul ball.
So my two teams in real life are the Baltimore Orioles and the Tampa Bay Rays. So that kind of tells a story of
Out.
my first two teams. Of course, I
Strike.
plan on having maybe even a couple more, but my Baltimore and my Tampa will be my near and dear to my heart.
Strike.
All right, well, we got one that inning. Pitcher stamina's getting a little low. Might be able to squeeze one more inning out of him, and there it is. A home run. For my number 9 hitter, too.
Strike.
He's the biggest armpit of them all. Ooh, stay down the line. You have to watch it on those infield hits. Sometimes it tries to make your guy
Strike.
go to second automatically, and then he'll get out.
Strike. 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 Strike.
But my overall review for the game would definitely have to be 9 out of 10. The bones of the game are set up to be like Retro Bowl, where there's enough customization and everything, maybe even a customized season format and different things like that that could make the game engaging and entertaining for months and months to years. But of course, got to get some of these bugs figured out, especially like the premium one. Nobody wants to pay for premium and then not be able to use any of the features. But yeah, I love it. I could see many hours playing this, customizing different teams, you know, making one of all guys I grew up with in my neighborhood who all played baseball, like Sandlot style, to high school. Put my kids and my brother's kids and all of us onto a team, and I mean, there's really, and the gameplay is simple. That's like with Retro Bowl, it's just very simple, so it's easy to pick up for anybody. But there'll be enough in depth, and also Matt is going to be adding different things like hit outcomes and adding to what is already in the game. And, we might even wind up getting a more realistic feel to this baseball game. But yeah, all in all, I have to say 9 out of 10 for me. Almost exactly what I pictured 2.5 years ago when I had the same thought, but I didn't buy the program or the computer to start trying to figure out how to make a game. Our developer Matt did, and I mean, this is great. Room for improvement, but the bones here are solid.
Strike. Ball. Strike.
The one thing I hope it doesn't suffer from is
Foul ball.
lack of things added to it, because that's kind of been Retro Bowl's issue the last year or two.
Strike.
Is there hasn't really been anything added, and I could see Matt adding a career mode or different things like that, something along those lines, where you bat for your guy all the time, or of course, probably adding pitching should be a big thing too. That would be nice to do, even if it's not every single pitch, figuring out a way to incorporate that into the game and give it a full-on baseball feel. So yeah, there's just so much room for improvement, but I keep saying it, the bones are great. And I see this being my game for a while. So if you guys want to see BITball Monday night gameplays, I mean, stay tuned.
Strike. Foul ball.
All right. We're in the bottom of the fourth now. I'm going to change out, put in my big dog.
Out. Foul ball. Strike.
I'm like, it's not 100%
Strike.
realistic simulation baseball, but Retro Bowl isn't simulation football either.
Foul ball.
There's intricacies to it, and arcade style, so there's going to be arcade style numbers. Just kind of get used to the way that the game is laid out and stop trying to make it all into baseball. It's going to be BITball. Very close, but some differences. I mean, they didn't have simulation baseball in the 80s and early 90s when it was at an arcade machine. You had to pump quarters into the baseball game. You know, it was mainly about hitting home runs and striking guys out. And
Strike.
so I don't mind a lot of the home runs. I know that's some people's complaint.
Strike.
For me, it's not that big a deal. I'm just getting used to BITball over baseball.
Out.
Keep my big guy in there, and we won 9-2. Well, to complete this, I already gave what I think about the game and some room for improvement. We played a game, and now we started the season 4-0. It's still weird for me, Tampa being in this ABL South with Kansas City, Houston, and Texas, but having 32 teams. Oh yeah, Montreal Expos are in the game. That will be one of my save files. Love me some Montreal Expos. Maybe run it back with the 94 squad. But yeah, to everybody watching, I hope you go and download BITball and give it a try, at least with an open mind. Once all these bugs are fixed, I mean, the sky's really going to be the limit. And however fast Matt can produce updates for it. So, well, thank you for watching this first game, and you guys have a great night, and BITball.